back with another Saturday morning RuneScape old school stream. Episode 8, I believe. Yeah, I don't know what happened last week, and I hope that it's fixed now, otherwise, I'm just talking again to nobody. But my mic was definitely connected. I have OBS in front of me where I can see like the levels, and it shows that it's picking up sound. So I don't know, so that's must not have been. I don't know. Maybe I had it muted on OBS and didn't realize, so I saw the levels moving, I saw my mic was on, but just didn't unmute it because sometimes I'll mute it by the microphone itself, and sometimes I'll mute it there. So I just need to get consistent. But yeah, I debated on putting that stream out anyway, because I was like, well, no one's gonna watch this, but it's not really about that. It's about kind of recording this whole process from starting over. So I decided to just put it out anyway and make it known that, yeah, I'm going to be talking, but you're not going to hear any of it. But yeah, another fun week. Lots to talk about. Football started before last week. That's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of that video. But so I'm doing fantasy football. I won my first week just by a little bit, and it looks like I might win this week too. So I'm starting off pretty strong. Made a couple DraftKings bets, won some of those, lost a couple on the Dolphins game, but at least they have that no sweat bet where you can get your money back, so I'm hoping I can turn that around. They were pretty safe bets, but you just never know. My problem is that I told myself, like, don't bet more than $1, and I went and bet $10, and of course that ended up being the one. It was for Tyreek Hill to get a touchdown, and should have been easy, but yeah, if you watch that game, you know, Tua got another concussion and got taken out, and just didn't happen. So better luck next time. At least I didn't have him on my fantasy team. Finally beat Black Myth Wukong that game, and I saw an article saying that they have plans for a second. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play. I don't know. My heart says no, but my mind is like, I would definitely have to play the next one. But that game was so hard. I do not know if I can do it again. I've never played Dark Souls or Elden Ring. I've only seen how like hard those games are, and I don't want to do that again. I got through it, but so painfully and barely. It was so rough. Let's see what else. I haven't had a lot of playtime, so I've been slowly kind of putting out a little bit of videos. Not playing as much as I would have liked to, but the reason for that being my mom ended up actually having to go to the hospital because vertebrae in her neck closed on a nerve and made it to where she couldn't walk. So that was cool. And this is happening right after she tore her rotator cuff at work. And then while doing her MRI, they found out she needs back surgery. So she's just falling apart, and yeah, trying to get that all figured out. Air conditioner broke down again. This time they're telling us like we should definitely get it replaced because it's not worth fixing parts that are just going to keep failing one after another. And we're just going to get the whole thing redone. The furnace, the air conditioning, the water heater. A lot of stuff going on. Not all bad though. So I've been, ever since I could get or start applying for monetization on YouTube, I started applying, got denied the first time, because I didn't see any evidence of my content being original on my channel. So then they allow you an appeal video. I already know I just did that wrong. They allow you an appeal video, and my appeal video didn't show enough evidence of my creative process and editing process. I don't know. So I had to wait a month later after that, which was Thursday. So finally on Thursday I was able to reapply, but so I had made a video showing. So I use OBS Studio to stream. I use Bandicam to record, like if I'm playing Black Myth Wukong or any kind of story game where I don't want like an overlay on it. I use Wondershare Filmora to edit, and I use Canva to make like thumbnails from those. So I made a video showing all that, and then I went back and showed some of the games where I'm able to put in a name, and I'm showing like, hey, here's the name Turtle Machine here, 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 and here, or some variation of it if I can't fit like the whole, how many ever characters it is. So I recorded that the night before, and then finally the day of when I was able to submit it, when you submit your appeal video the first time, you upload it as an unlisted video, and then you copy and paste the link into that part where you submit. So I figured that's what it was going to be again. So I recorded the video, uploaded as unlisted, and then when I was finally able to reapply, it was just a reapply button. Like I clicked it expecting to be able to put in the link after. There was no link. It was just that they were going to look through all my videos again like they did the first time, where they found that it didn't seem original enough. So immediately I'm like, okay, this was a month waiting just for my time to get wasted, because they're not even going to look at the video I put up. I don't even know if they can see an unlisted video if they're just looking through the videos that are on my channel. I didn't know how any of that worked. But I left it up. I just hoped and hoped, and I got accepted. I finally got accepted. I guess they saw enough. Yeah. It's been almost 2 years in the making of kind of starting this off as like, let me just put out videos and see what happens, to seeing that, oh, people are watching, let me see if I can grow this to a point of being monetized, and then realizing how hard that was going to be, and then now finally having enough and being monetized. It's just, what a journey. I don't know. I mean, it's not special to people who were able to do it easily. There are people who have like millions of people, hundreds of thousands of people, tens of thousands of people. It took me forever to just get the, 1,000 that you need. I had plenty of watch hours from like all the video game stuff I put out, but I just couldn't get the subscribers. It was just slow going till it finally happened. And yeah, now we'll wait and see what that's like. Happy to finally have that weight off, because it felt like so much pressure to keep putting stuff out as much as I can, because I'm not getting views on one, maybe I'll get views on the next and the next, and yeah, I put all this pressure on myself to actually get that stuff done and get out as much as I can. And if I had to do something else, or work was longer, or had to stay late, I just felt like I was falling behind, and it was gonna make it harder and harder, especially when there's like something new coming out, or that already came out and I'm not able to play it right away. Then I have to compete against people who had early copies, and people who were able to play it like right at release. Yeah. Now I don't have to feel that. Now it can just be the pace that it is. As long as I keep putting stuff out, even if it's not quick, I know at least there are people watching, and you know, it'll go at the pace it's gonna go. I'm really happy about that. And yeah, can't wait to see what that turns into. I would like to, like, eventually upgrade to better equipment, um, upgrade to an actual desktop PC instead of this laptop that I bought. I mean, it's a gaming laptop. I made sure that this thing was going to be powerful enough to play all the games that I'm playing, but I don't know how long that's going to last, and I can't upgrade it. Like, I'm not going to be able to switch out graphics cards later, so. And it's not as convenient as I thought it was going to be. The whole purpose was to be able to move around. That way I'm not confined to just one spot if I need to be. We'll see. For now, it's good enough. For now, it's all working, so we'll take it one step at a time. Last week, so it was a lot of mining. And yeah, since you couldn't hear what I was trying to do, I wanted to get to steel, and I thought that I was going to be able to get to steel with all that I had. Now, I'm trying to mine as much as I can to make sure that that definitely happens. I don't want to, like, progress anywhere else until I have that steel armor. I don't think I'm going to be able to fight anything, because I'm already, like, way higher level than the equipment I can use. But I can't really get much better stuff without having money. So this can give me some money, and once I have steel, then I can start focusing on trying to do those other quests or train, kill monsters that can give me better equipment. But yeah, I can't do much without steel, so that's what I'm trying to do. And then randomly snuck in Romeo and Juliet. I think yeah. Which, that quest was not what I remember. I thought it played out just like, you know, the regular story. I don't remember him just leaving with the cousin and Juliet actually dying at the end. But easy quest. Didn't have to look anything up. So I think he went up and talked to me in the store, which I don't know if I accidentally clicked him or if that was just prompted on its own, but I figured, what the heck, might as well get it done. Yeah, mining by far is like my highest. It's just crazy. I don't get like the difference in like smithing. Like, by the time I can get to level 99 to make rune, I'm gonna be, you know, way past what I need. I need to get to at least, what, 48. Oh yeah, when I figured that out, I was like, probably not going to be able to do that, but maybe I can make enough getting as far as I can to buy the rest of the steel that I can't get by making it. So I'm going to see how far I can get, and with whatever I can make, I should be able to sell and make enough to buy the rest of what I need. And yeah. I don't remember what goal I said. I think maybe 500 iron, and then maybe try to do like 200 coal, which is going to be a lot of mining. There's going to be parts of this game where it's going to slow way down, and then it's going to pick up for a few, and then it's going to slow way down again. I hopped on regular RuneScape right before this stream just to finally get my 20-year cape. I've been able to since, I think, like the beginning of July. And I know I've said it on stream a couple times, like remembering like, oh, I need to go do that, oh, I need to go do that, and then never did. Finally I did. But getting back on regular RuneScape after playing this is so different. Like, it looks so much newer, but it's not better. I don't know how to describe it. When I say this, like I like this. Not just because it's what I grew up with. I mean, this isn't, how guards looked when I was playing, but like just the colors aren't so vibrant. Everything isn't so shiny. There's just something like nice about it compared to the newer one. And then I was trying to catch up on because I had the year membership from last year, the premier membership, and I was trying to get all of the rewards and stuff from that, and it just ended up being too much. I wasn't near a bank, so I just got what I could, hopped off. I don't know what to do in that. Like, there's so many skills, there's so many quests, so many things to do. I just can't keep up. And I know it's like easy enough now. Like, my goal for like regular RuneScape would be like get 99 to everything and catch up on quests. Like, if I can do those two things, I don't care if I'm playing every mini game or uh, doing the boss fights, or I don't care about any kind of gear. Like, I have no standards or goals for that. Like, it would just be like, okay, get 99s and be caught up. And that goal just keeps getting further and further away. It's easy enough now. Like, people complain at how easy it is to level up. I'm fine with that. There's people like me who don't want to spend their lives on this game. We live in a fast-paced world now. Like, people don't have the attention span to sit here and mine for hours and hours, day after day. This worked back then because this is all we had. You had to wait for TV shows, and this is what you did while you were waiting. Now you just stream whatever you want. A whole season will come out at once. You get everything right away. And if you have to wait on a show, you're just going to wait until it's done and then binge the whole thing. So it's like, it makes sense why they went the direction that they did. Still isn't fast enough for me. I'd like it to be a little bit faster. Make it easier for me because I already have so much stuff. Just let me buy my way. I don't know how much gold I have. I have like over 300 mil, but I know like before I quit the first time, it was like I was close to a bill. I know I was like 700 million or something, and I didn't plan on playing. So my friends that were, I gave like each of them like 150 million. So it was like 400 or 450. Yeah, something like that. But I still had tons of gear and stuff, so I sold all that to have. And I was trading for a little bit the last time I was playing, but it's like I don't understand the market anymore. What's good? I mean, air runes and like cheap stuff that's used constantly, feathers. That's always good stuff to trade because you can buy a lot of it, but I haven't been keeping up with those stocks to see like what the average price usually is and when it's a good deal or not. I just don't have the time. I don't want more obligations right now. Again, it's easy to burn yourself out on RuneScape, and that's why I like doing these 2-hour ones. And then it's always good because I feel I get off thinking like, dang, I wish I could have played more. And so I'm just going to try to keep it to that. There's got to be a day where I try to do like a 24-hour though. And just because that would be like the only way I could really catch up on everything. I'm glad iron is going so much faster now though. Once I hit 40. How close am I? 446. Yeah, by the 500 I should hit 40 mining. I didn't even start working on everything else though. It sucks because I can't sell anything on the Grand Exchange, so there's like no point in, there's no way to like skill and make money like the normal way, which is like getting a whole bunch of stuff and selling it. I don't know what, I mean, I figured out last week that you have to sell to the actual shops. So like I thought I could just sell everything to the general store and that would be good enough. and then went to the plate body shop and realized that I was losing like 30 coins per plate or something crazy like that. You can either sell them for like 60 at the general store or for like almost 100. But then there's a limit. I hate that they put a limit. Like you have to wait for them to like slowly disappear, otherwise they drop in value, which it makes sense, but it's like nobody's like buying from there. People like me are, who have to do it the Iron Man way, but like I don't see the point. And then I don't know, I guess it would be good if you were like trying to high alchemy things. You just see somebody selling like hundreds of plates to the store and you can buy them super cheap. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it the way I have to do it. Not gonna complain. Most days this week I only got like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. It's just how it goes. Got more last night, but I didn't get enough to catch up on all the days before. So I might be yawning. Bear with me. It's early. Saturday morning. I want to start going to the dueling arena and boxing. I'm wondering if I can do stakes at my level. Just unarmed combat. No prayer, no nothing. See if I can win and make money that way. I was trying to think of like what would be some things. Nice. What would be some ways like I don't know if that would count. I don't think you're able to like trade with players, so why would you be able? You should be able to duel though still. I just don't know if you'll be able to duel for money. Because I feel like they would consider that like you could realistically trade that way. Like if you had a friend that you wanted to help you out, you can just do a duel. They can stake all the items that you need and then you just let you kill them. So I don't think that they would let you do that. But that would have been cool. That'd be an easy way to get around it. And then I also want to know if you die in the dueling, during your duel, if that would count against the, I forgot what was the limitations on this, but if you die, like, then you go down in Iron Man tier. So, maybe I don't want to chance it, but I thought, like, a RuneScape boxing would be a cool idea. That, cool to, like, 5 people. If they're high stakes, I think people would be into it. Especially if it's just unarmed, because then it's like anybody's game. Just get 2 people with all 99s, or at least 99 combats, and then have them stake like 100 mil, and then just see who gets it. I might have to do that on my regular RuneScape account. Knowing my luck though, I don't know, I've actually had I've had a good mix. I've had all this bad happening, but I've had some good happen too, so it really is like 50-50. That'd be awesome. That'd be an awesome way. Want someone cocky enough to stake a party hat. That also would be my ultimate goal too. In regular RuneScape, get a party hat, and then I can finally enjoy the game. I feel like once I figured out what party hats were and how hard it was to get them, that my whole RuneScape career was like working to try to get one and just never keeping up with how much they increased in price. So that would be a dream. That would like complete my journey on there, regardless of getting all 99s. Like that would supersede all of that. I would be very happy with that. I was hoping with the Christmas event last year where you had the chance to get the black party hat. Was it black party hat? I feel like they already had one. Regardless, whatever, I think it was a black party hat, and then they had a Santa hat too. Which, who cares about the Santa hat? I wanted that party hat so bad. So bad. That's why I bought the Premier membership. Was to be on there, and so like I don't know, I felt like just playing RuneScape again at that point. But yeah, didn't get it. They said they were gonna bring it back this year, so there's always another chance. I would be elated. That would be so cool. I wouldn't keep it though. I would want to trade for an older one. I would rather have the white, red, blue or yellow. Like if I had to pick between the colors, the green never was appealing. Purple was never appealing. The white always looked the coolest. Red and yellow being like second. Because either one of those would be pretty cool. Yellow just looks like a crown, so I thought that was cool. Red would fit like my Slayer vibe. White just seems like super elegant. And then blue's like okay. Blue would be like my least favorite of all of those. But I like the color, so that'd be cool. I wonder how quick it's gonna be to mine coal. I know it's gonna take a lot longer than this. I just hope there are some coal spots where it's... I gotta think of where is close to a bank. With the desert, I know, I'm thinking Barbarian Village is probably gonna be the closest. I don't know where anything is in members right now. Part of me doesn't want to go there until like I'm ready for it. Forgot to eat something before I started, so my stomach is going crazy. My whole start before this stream was like, just make sure the mic works this time. And make sure it would be something I would do where I do this whole stream and realize I didn't switch it over to actually where you can see what's going on. So it would just be that starting soon screen with just voice and RuneScape noises behind it. I can see myself doing that. Yeah, I gotta like double check, triple check everything. Dang, we're dropping a lot of frames right now. I wonder why. Just RuneScape. It's not that serious. There we go. Starting to even out now. Nope. Back down. Okay, just a couple more. And then I gotta find coal. I really need more random events that will give me coal. Like just give me 100 noted coal real quick. Let me do a maze or anything. Anything. I think once I'm like smithing steel, that's gonna make things speed up a little bit. It's just getting it's gonna be forever. Like the bank is so far away from Barbarian Village if you think about it. I mean, it can't be. Maybe it's about as far as this, maybe a little bit further. See when we actually start doing it. Wait. Was that muted the whole time? Yeah, so I have two different audios playing. So there's like the regular desktop audio, and then there's the audio playing to my headphones so that it's not getting picked up on mic. And I had it switched to the headphone one, but I didn't have that audio playing. So now you should be hearing the music and stuff. There's so many things to keep track of. Which that was another thing that I thought I saw playing. So I don't know. I can't keep up with all this. At least it's on now. And I only found that out about 30 minutes in. I played RuneScape silent my whole childhood. I never listened to these noises. Probably like when I first started playing, but as soon as I could mute it, I would just do that. I didn't really care for the sounds. Just be listening to like Foo Fighters, Linkin Park, Trapped, Trust Company. Yeah, all the old good rock. Papa Roach, obviously. Tool. Yeah, that was my RuneScape soundtrack. When I hear those songs, certain songs especially, all I can do is think of RuneScape because, you know, you're just listening to it so much when you're spending so much time on this game. So if you want like my RuneScape experience, you gotta like mute everything and start playing Linkin Park in the background. Two more. It's not bad. For like what, 30 minutes of streaming, almost I had like 250-ish when I started. So yeah, about 200 ores in about 30 minutes. That's not bad. That would come out to like 100 bars, but I mean, we'll see. I need to get to when I can start smithing steel and then just devote all the rest of it to steel. I guess I do gotta make full iron. I don't think I did. Did I make full iron yet? Did I have to be level 38 or something? Oh, just 33? That's pretty soon. So yeah, 31 and 33, I'll finish making my full set of iron. And then once I can start doing steel, all of it's gonna go to steel. I got enough throwing knives and arrowheads that I can probably get range up quite a bit too. I need to start working on that stuff. But that's how I played it back then. I neglected. I focused on combat. I didn't even fish in that. I had my friend like to do the fishing and cooking, so he provided us food for like I don't know, to like level 40, like combat level 40s. I think I was in adamant still getting food from him, and then finally like he wasn't playing enough for me so I just had to start doing it myself. Things were so much simpler back then. I don't know what's going on in my throat too. I've just been hacking up I don't know what. I was like perpetually sick over the summer. Be like 1 week I'd be fine, next week I'd be back to like being stuffed up again. I don't know what it is. I thought with the weather changing that it would go back to normal, but it does keep bouncing from cold to hot every day, so maybe when we're a little bit more consistent, then I'll start to clear up. Ooh, I can't wait till I can just like barely touch the iron and get it. Doing good, you? I'm just playing RuneScape. Oh, everything's going great. I'm about to start making my way towards steel. I probably should start putting up the chat on screen. Otherwise it's just gonna look like I'm crazy. I stream to Twitch, but nobody watches on Twitch. But I always take these and put them on YouTube because then people will actually see them. But yeah, if someone's talking to me on chat, then it just makes me look crazy on YouTube when I'm just like talking to nobody. You play RuneScape? I try. I just kind of ramble because usually I'm talking to myself, so I just think of anything I can talk about. Since this is like a nostalgic vibe, I try to talk about things that I remember from the past. Ooh, am I gonna get to 40? Right at 500 too. Nice. Not every day. I stream this every Saturday. Well, that's the goal so far. 8 weeks in a row. And I'll only stream if there's something like a game just drops, like a first day, first look kind of thing, or I look for different online games, and usually I try to stream those on the weekend. Mostly I'm just playing regular games on my own and then uploading those like walkthroughs to YouTube. But yeah, I'll do the occasional stream every now and then. It's just not something consistent. I don't can't fit it in my day to be in front of the camera and devote that kind of time to it, whereas like a regular game I could play a little bit now and then and just slowly edit and put it out throughout the week. Yeah, it's fine. I don't get why people run right here to teleport. I've seen that so often over in this spot. I don't know what brings people over this way, and then they always like stop around right there. I just can't wait to be done with iron for a little bit. No matter what, whatever I get from this and making steel, I'm gonna stop for a bit and start focusing on other skills, because I can't just keep mining day after day, Saturday after Saturday. This is already like, I don't know, 3rd week in a row. Let it be done. I play. My goal is to like try not every game, but like any game that looks appealing to me. So far this year, I've done 70 something different games. Last year, holy shit! Last year I did like 40 something games. So, I mean everything. Right now, just beat Black Myth Wukong. Playing Casting of Frank Stone. Star Wars Outlaws. And then right before I started all 3 of those, I was working on Star Wars Fallen Order, because I already played Jedi Survivor, but I never played the first one, so I went back to work on that or see what that story was. But yeah, I play RTSs, I play action, I did Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, the early multiplayer beta. I'm all over the place. Games that I prefer are going to be like RPG style, or like story, like Casting of Frank Stone. I love horror type games like that, and like games where you're playing a story and you're just have like interactive cutscenes every now and then sometimes you have to walk around and like, you know, find certain things or talk to certain people. But I mean, I like a lot. I hate Souls-like games. I'm realizing that now after playing Black Myth Wukong. Never played Elden Ring, never played Dark Souls, but I don't like that. I don't like that there's not a difficulty setting, and I don't like the struggle. If I'm playing a game for 2 hours, I want to have at least, you know, an hour and some worth of progress. I don't want to play a game for 2 hours and only progress 10 minutes because it took however long to finally beat a boss. So, yeah, I'm all over the place. Just depends on what sticks out to me. Okay, this isn't too far off. As long as nobody's up here trying to get coal too, this should be pretty fine. Hope between the 4 rocks. Oh, well, thank you. I know I'm not high energy enough for, like, it's usually kids watching this stuff, but, I mean, I looked up gameplay. I look up gameplay walkthroughs when I need to. Before I can afford games, I looked up the movie versions people would put out just because I couldn't afford to play the game, or just because I wanted to see the story. So that's what inspired me, but I hate all, like, the fake, over-exaggerated acting, and I don't know, it just seems like they're playing to children, even if they're making their content for adults. Like, it just feels like very cringy and weird. So I'm just gonna be authentic. I'm not gonna play it up. I'm not gonna be overly colorful and loud, and yeah, there's plenty of that out there. So hopefully there are people out there who just want, like, a real person playing a game and not a character playing a game. This isn't too bad. I thought these were going to take a lot longer. This is my fear, though, is running out. Where am I from in terms of what? $200 of this is probably going to take a while. This is what I was expecting. I can't remember what's down there. Stronghold of security, okay. I think that was like account security, if I remember correctly. US, Midwest. That's where I'm from. I don't like getting in, like, specifics. Sure. Let me guess. Are you talking about the VTuber stuff? good crack. I hope the camera picked that up. Camera, microphone. There's gotta be another mining spot. Let me see. So definitely not there. Oh. What does this look like first? So they're kind of dark. There might be coal right there, which is about the same distance. Wish I can go there. Yeah, that'd probably be the best bet. Probably can't go there. Yeah, when I used to use the Twitch studio, but I had so many problems with that I switched over to OBS, and I know that there's a way to do it, I just haven't figured it out. I have like an alert thing set, but the time that I tried it, it wasn't going off, so I'm like, I don't really care. Like, the last thing I want is just stuff popping up constantly while I'm trying to stream, because that's going to distract me. I already have a hard time keeping my attention. I can easily forget what I'm talking about, or I just trail off and just like forget to finish a sentence. So yeah, I don't need more of that. I know that that's what people look for, but again, I'm not trying to do what other people are doing. I don't need to be flashy and have all that stuff. I did pick cool ones though. When I originally thought like, yeah, I'm gonna need these, I found these cool turtle sprites, and yeah, just easiest way would be through Twitch Studio, but Twitch Studio doesn't want to work. And then I'm debating if I even want to keep using it. I think I might stop streaming to Twitch. I think I just might start streaming only to YouTube, because I feel like it's going to be a lot easier. I don't think people go to Twitch to watch gameplay. Like, anytime I see videos about Twitch, it's not about people playing games. It's like girls trying to do OnlyFans, and that's how they want to get their audience. And I don't know, people freaking out. So yeah, I'm trying to play games in a place where that's not what people want to see. So at least on YouTube, with a larger like audience, larger spread of people looking for different things, that I'll be able to maybe do better stream wise. No, I went to art school. I did really good in graphic art, so I'm capable of doing all that stuff myself. Another thing on YouTube is I'm not gonna have like bot accounts trying to sell me services. Can't believe how long it's taking for one inventory of coal. I had no idea. This is why people just buy stuff. Maybe by level 45 it'll start picking up. I don't want to take that long though. At least I'll be able to get full run. There's no... So every stream I've done, I'll have one viewer who's offering that same thing. You're telling me everybody that is... Yeah. I struggle with believing that, because I've just seen it every single time I've done a stream. It's always a different name. But it's like worded, you start with trying to make like a conversation, and then it always leads to, by the way, can you pay me to do these things? The last person even said like, sorry, I'm just trying to make money for my mom that's in the hospital. It's like, okay, good for you, man. So yeah, I just don't play that. I'll entertain it because like I don't have that much to talk about during a stream, but like I'm not falling for that. Plus I don't need to. Like even if it was legit, like I can handle all of this myself. I've done it for 2 years pretty well. Finally. Oh no, why'd I keep freezing? I don't know why I'm trying to save my run, it's not like it matters. I'm gonna try that other mining site and see if it's a little bit closer. If it's not closer and if it doesn't have more, I think they have gold and silver down there, which might be the only reason I had that direction, but yoy. That was what, like almost 20 minutes. Hopefully they have more coal spots, that's really all I need. I can run there because it'll take me, I'll get all my run back by the time I need to head back. Oh, it's like right here. It's not bad at all. Wait, what? Stony. So these are just rocks. These aren't coal. Well, dang. What do you get from mining stone? No ore. What the heck? Worth a shot. This isn't too far away. And I don't mind them fast enough to, like, run out and be waiting for a while, so as long as nobody else comes here and I have these all to myself, this should be fine. Okay, I'm not getting 200. Maybe 100 coal would be fine. Because this is going to take way too long. Yoy. I think you can get something from the Stronghold of Security if I remember right. I think you can get like some boots or some kind of gloves. Let me see if I can climb down. Now I'm curious. I think I need a rope though. Oh no. Wow. Okay, I don't... So maybe... I don't see what comes later. But... yeah, maybe when I get steel I'll come back. I don't remember specifically what's down there, but probably by the time that existed, I could do most of it. Free. I want to do Vampire Slayer. I think I need steel for that. I need to be at least level 20. It's gonna take forever. Whoa, that's way zoomed out. It's like the whole world. He's only level 17. If he could do it, I could do it. He had steel though. I need to get steel. keep thinking about this vampire game Steam had as a free weekend called V Rising. Oh, if 103 is going down there. Keep thinking of it because, like, from the screenshots I saw, it looked, it's like this, you know, like overhead. But it's apparently a vampire game, so I'm gonna see what that's like. Probably stream that later tonight. I wish they had like a newer version of Dark Eden. Dark Eden was like a vampire game back then, like around the same time as RuneScape, maybe before, I don't know. Graphics were, it was more like bright or like pixelated, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just, it's different. You can either play as vampires or slayers, and basically you can meet and fight. It's like an ongoing war between the two. But it was so one-sided because the vampires start off so much stronger and slayers get strong, but like the vampires are always sitting outside the town, so when you try to go out to level yourself up, you just immediately get killed by all these high-level vampires. And then occasionally there will be one that, you know, a slayer that's out there trying to help the noobs get through. That was a cool game. There was something fun about the struggle, and then you eventually get to get a motorcycle. And that was like the only way of getting away from them and being able to go places. But then you're like, either class you're just fighting like zombies and different kinds of monsters to get better. But yeah, so I'm hoping it's something like that. I can't tell what it is. I didn't read what kind of game it is, if it's like a arena based, or I doubt it's an open world like level up game, but we'll see. All I know is it's overhead RuneScape style, so it has to be at least okay. It's got vampires, which was cool back then. I know in one of these streams I probably mentioned, but I got Blood Omen 2 and Defiance, and maybe even Soul Reaver 2. All for like $3. They were like 80 cents each. And I grew up on that stuff. I played Blood Omen 2 by accident because we went to Blockbuster and I picked out what I thought was a game that I was trying to rent, and it was Blood Omen 2, and I just ended up playing it anyway and liking it, freaking myself out because I was playing in the basement, like dark basement, by myself, which, like, looking back at the graphics, it's not anything crazy, but you know, just the vibe was creepy a lot. I remember one place specifically, it's like all these people hanging on walls and chained up, and you just hear like this cry in the background, this like lady crying in the background and screaming. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And that made me love vampires for a hot minute. And then that's like when Blade and Blade 2 and all that was popular. Vampires had a cool run, and Twilight had to go and mess it all up. Like, it was cool back then. I can't wait to play those again. I was thinking in the middle of September, which is gonna be like tomorrow or now, that I wanted to start streaming like a horror themed game. Ooh, a cat. Evil Bob. Kinda remember Evil Bob. Welcome to Escape Rune. I remember how cool this was. I forgot all about Evil Bob. Okay, with the tail pointing up. all of these mini games were so weird. And it's cooked already? Why do they have, oh, because you have to uncook it. Because this is escape room, this isn't RuneScape. But I love you. Should have said that. No, I didn't leave anything on the floor. Oh, cool. Wow. Wait, what was my fishing before? Nice. That was cool. I don't remember getting just fishing experience from that. Oop. Where'd you come from? I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some coal. Like, they know that I need coal right now. They're gonna give me like 100 noted coal so I can stop doing this. Nope, not that lucky. I don't get how we shared stuff like this back then. You had bots mining, you had other people trying to actually mine. It's such a crazy idea to make everybody be able to go after the same rock. And there's whoever has luck and the highest mining gets it. It's like, how did we ever level up mining back then? It's so nice the way it is in new RuneScape. RuneScape, actual RuneScape, that it's just like you can just mine at a rock and it's only for you. That's how it should have been since this time. I mean, fishing is, you're not competing for fish. For whatever reason, it had to be harder. Was that invincible that I just saw? That looked like invincible. I don't want to go back and look, so I'm trying to get this done as quick as I can. Oh my gosh. Will I even get to making steel today? Was this all just mining? This is straight mining video. What do I need for steel? I think 30. Doesn't say. Guessing just 30. Come on, Cole. I think with all the iron that I have, and if I do get 100 coal, making 100 steel bars would be fine. I just gotta smith up to steel, and then I'll make only steel, and then finish the rest of the iron that I have as iron, and then just smith away and see what I end up with. Hopefully enough money to buy the rest of the full steel that I need, and I can actually play the game. Let's see. I'm gonna need to do rune crafting in order to get magic up. I'm not gonna be able to get runes that easily. Everything else is pretty standard. I got enough stuff to level up range. That should be no problem. I can do fletching and crafting. well, not really crafting yet. I need to start. I should range cows and chickens, get feathers and leather or hide. I'm gonna need money to make it into leather. It's gonna be painful. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably buy. Well, no, I think I can buy hard leather or studded leather. I hope. I know I've seen, like, I think the chest at the chest plate place, so I should be able to. Oh, Cole, come on. There we go. I'm gonna be what, 41? Can't come fast enough. I don't think coal ever really speeds up a whole lot. It's not gonna be this long. But I think maybe about as much as iron is for me right now. Which I hope I can find more coal or like an easier spot later. Just like mind-numbingly, like, how much can I do this for? I can now use rune. I'm still only on steel. Maybe I can buy a rune pickaxe. I don't even think I could wield. Just because I can use them, I don't think I could wield them. Or maybe I can have them in the inventory though. I don't know how that works. After I buy full steel, I'll see how much money I have left over. If I can afford to get like a... I don't think they sell rune ones, but if I can get a myth or an addy one, I can see if I can hold it in my inventory and mine with it, because that might speed things up a bit. I do forget that I'm using a steel pickaxe and I'm not just using like an actual, like, whatever my level is. That's gonna make a huge difference, probably. At least I know where the store is, finally. Oh, I hope that before we run out of time that I can start smithing. Smithing won't take too long at all. Well, putting it all into bars and then actually smithing it will, but I don't want to mine anymore. I'm over it. I've been doing this for, if it was the last 3 streams, and this is like 6 hours of just mining. Well, there was also smithing and stuff in those other ones too, but I'm burnt out. I need to move on. I didn't start playing this just so I can mine. That's like the only way I can get what I need right now. Not being able to sell or trade. I just randomly remembered when the first person we knew had rune, and it was like the craziest thing in the world to us. And we were still like transitioning from Mithril to Addy like one piece at a time. This kid we knew had rune legs, rune chain, rune med helm, rune two hand, and he was like the same level as us, and we were like, Mr. Moneybags over here, like, how did you do that? Like, he had somebody help him, which we didn't know, but he was acting like, you know, he was just playing right. It's like, no. It's just crazy to think how cool that was. It's like, without a rune chain, just because it was rune, anything runed. I miss it. I miss everything being, like, completely new. And no other game is gonna do that because you're not like playing. I don't know. I don't have any people who are playing the games that I'm playing. Starting off, I need like my friend group to us all be playing the same game again and starting from the beginning and slowly getting everything like we were back then. I wonder if it would have the same effect though. Everything was just more magical back then. That was a cool feeling though. That's again why I wanted to start doing this, was just to kind of relive all that stuff, and it just brings up memories, even things that are like not associated with RuneScape, just other things that were going on at the time. There was this these woods that we lived kind of close by, and there was like people that had built these dirt bike tracks back there, and it was huge. There was all these pathways for people that would ride their dirt bikes and four-wheelers through, but we would just go back there and we would explore, and it was so crazy. And then we could cut through. There was this small store that we went to. It was like a candy store slash like they sold all kinds of like figurines and D&D stuff. They had a bunch of like the tiny little figures that we would buy and had no idea what they were for. They just looked cool. They were like knights and shit. Tons of cards. That's where we bought Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards for sure. Just all kinds of cool shit, and then like all kinds of candy. It was so cool for like kids, and we could cut through the woods to get there, and we'd make it like this whole big thing of, you know, basically pretending we're playing RuneScape, but in real life. It was so nerdy and lame, but it was pretty awesome back then. Yeah, a lot of good memories in those woods. My friend made a makeshift bow. Found like the perfect stick and put a string on it, and was like able to like kind of shoot little stick arrows. And we saw somebody riding around on their four-wheeler, and he shot at him, and this guy chased us. Oh, and so the reason why the guy was even out there in the first place was and we had found this giant tree that somebody had started building like a tree fort type thing. Like there was all this stuff there. Like clearly people hung out there, but there was nobody there. So we went and like claimed it. And well, one thing we needed to claim our fort was we needed to protect it. So we dug a big ass hole with just like random like pieces of like scrap metal and rocks and things that were there. Dug out this huge hole, like right in the pathway that led to it. Put a bunch of sticks in there, like we're pretending like we're gonna like skewer somebody alive who falls in that hole. And fast forward, so my friend sees this guy riding around on a four-wheeler, shoots an arrow at him. The guy turns and drives towards us. I ran face first through a bush. Like I didn't cover my face at all, and just all these branches scratched up my face. We ran and tried to hide, but this guy like clearly outran us on a four-wheeler. He asked us what we were doing. We said we were just going up to the candy store. Like everyone knew about that place. He asked us if we dug a hole back by like where their little tree house was. We were like, no, we didn't even know. Like, totally was us. But yeah, this guy was. I mean, we were. This was like, I don't know. We were young, probably 11, 12 years old, and yeah, this guy had to be like late high school. Or he just seemed a lot older than us. Not like an adult, but like grown kid. And that was the coolest thing ever. I miss all that. Lord of the Rings was the shit, so we were just like, all of this tied back to that. We loved fantasy shit and all that. It was just so cool. And then South Park especially when they did the World of Warcraft episode. All of that heavily inspired like our childhood. But yeah, it's just funny the random memories that come back. It's like when you smell something and you think of like a certain holiday or time, like playing RuneScape, it takes me back to all these different things. I hope if I'm like an old man and I start having Alzheimer's that people start playing like RuneScape music or show me like the login lobby. That'll just like give me moments of clarity. That would be really cool. Yeah, it's about 30 minutes left and I don't know if I'm going to make it. Let's see, 28, 8, 16, 24, 40, 60. So it should be 84. So I should only need 16 if I'm going to stop dead at 100. I don't think I want to work towards a full inventory. I'd rather just stop at 100 and hopefully get to doing that other stuff today. I just don't want to mine anymore. I'm over it. 41's my bad number though. I hate seeing that. When we played RuneScape back then, so we had like our whole crew of RuneScape kids, and then there ended up being one extra kid that we didn't know about, who was like kind of became part of the group, but like I played the most because I had the most no life. Like everybody else did other stuff. Like I would too, but like when I'd be home and on my computer, like I'd be doing RuneScape. Yeah, I was die hard. I would stay up late. I would, if I ever like skip school, I'd be at home playing RuneScape. So I was like the highest level, not by a lot either, which is kind of sad for how much extra time I spent. But yeah, this other kid was just about the same, so he like instantly became my rival, except he was just all around better at the game. He like I wanted to do everything by myself and he would get help from higher level players, who taught him how to, where the best spots for everything was, and yeah, it was just all around better. He ended up getting a purple party hat, like, not too long after Slayer started. Yeah. I was right, 84. Alright, so I need 16. He also had just good luck. Like, doing fire giant tasks, he would always get a dragon medium helm back when they were like 5 mil a piece. And to this day, like, I've not gotten a dragon medium helm from fire giants. I spent so much. That would be like where I would train, just because I could knock out training and possibly getting that and having that much more money. Never did. He had such good luck. So he had tons of money early on when it mattered, and he was able to get a party hat, like, while they were still like 15 to 20 mil a piece. And I wonder if he still has it. I wonder if he has his account. I should like reach out on Facebook, like, hey dude, you probably don't care about RuneScape anymore, but can I like have all your stuff, because I still play. Get him back on, and then we like start competing again. He did play for a good while. Later, like, we ended up I started talking shit, because that's what I do when I want to be competitive, is like I have to like make it known that I'm the best. Or at least that's how I was back then. I'm not like that now. I was very definitely overcoming, or trying to overcome, a lot of things. But yeah, I had full rune and a dragon longsword. He had a rune plate, because that's like the best thing there was in terms of plate. Like, I'm sure that there was a dragon chain, but nobody cared about that. Or it was like, that was like when it was 11 mil, so you weren't putting out that much money for not that much better gear, unless you were rich. But he did have dragon legs and dragon helm. Yeah. And I don't remember what else he had. He just, like, if there was going to be a clear winner in a duel, it should have been him, but I ended up winning that duel. And so, like, and he immediately wanted a rematch because he knew that that was a fluke, but I was like, no, I won, that's it, game over, I'm the best. And then he proceeded to just get, like, way, way better. But I never re-challenged him. I just left it at what it was. And we had, like, our crew being the witnesses in the dueling arena, so it was cool. Probably the highlight of my life. Back then, anyway. I'm not trying to get girls, I'm trying to win at RuneScape life. I'm trying to prove that I have the least amount of life. But I appreciate, like, the childhood that I had. I'm glad that I went that route. I could have been such a hoodlum. Like, people were, like, smoking weed for the first time. My friends did too around that time. I was, like, super straight edge. This was my addiction. I didn't need anything else. I mean, eventually I did. Tried other things, but, like, if I had started that early, oh man. I think RuneScape kept me on, like, the straight and narrow path. If it wasn't for this, who knows? Thank you for everything, RuneScape. You kept me a good child for the most part. It's funny to think about it that way. So many people hated on RuneScape too. It's like everybody played it, but like so many people hated it, which is just like the weirdest thing. It's like, how could you not have fond memories of this game and like the things that were going on? How do you not have that connected in your head? And people that talk bad about RuneScape, either, I don't know, that must have had nothing good going on, and they probably played this much later when there was much better things out at the time. I saw something on Instagram. It was like the biggest flex was when I could play RuneScape. My family computer was finally good enough to run RuneScape high quality, and I forgot like the menu of how it looked, of like the skeletons, and there was the high and low quality, and that was all that they had. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure that I wasn't able to play high quality, and I don't even remember. I wish I could go back and see what the difference was. What high quality and low quality look like. This guy's cool. Yeah, I would love to see that. There's got to be videos out there. But yeah, like when we finally had a computer that could play high quality. I know that I did before one of my friends, because I remember it being a big deal. Oh, I'm playing on high quality. But I know like the first time too, it was like it would lag and I would have to switch back down to low quality. It's crazy that RuneScape was too powerful for computers back then, or some computers. Like you needed a gaming PC to run RuneScape high quality. Your standard, you know, office desktop computer that everyone had, your Gateway or whatever. I know we, like, Gateway was what we had mostly. I wonder if that's still a thing. I bet Gateway's not a real thing anymore. Going to the Gateway store, like they had stores dedicated for computers. It's so wild. And then I remember getting a Dell for the first time, like going online, picking the specs, and the first Dell I originally priced out was like thousands of dollars, and then I had to settle for like taking everything off. It still ended up being a good computer, it just wasn't, obviously it's not going to be like super crazy. I'm going to start making my way over to Falador now. We still got about 20 minutes. I'm going to smith iron until I'm not going to be able to get to 30 based on just smithing the iron, but I don't want to use up all my iron either. I'm going to save at least 200 iron to be able to do 100 steel bars, and if I don't get to 30 within that, then I'll run over back to Varrock to smith it into plates probably. I wonder what would be like the best thing, and I know I can look all this up, I just don't want to. See, why do Varrock guards look different and they still have the Falador guards looking like the old ones? They're all supposed to look like this. Okay. About time. Alright. So let's put that back. Finally something different. I'm excited just to not be mining anymore. And the prospects of getting to steel, selling and getting full steel. Kind of just skipping over iron. It took so long to get full bronze, and I was just so excited, but now it's like... Wait, what? Why are you defaulting? I thought you were gonna... already be set on iron if that's what I have. Okay. I'm fine with this, because it's less me clicking around. That's another thing too with new RuneScape, is that it's more automated, which is fine by me. I really don't see why people have a problem with that. It's like, you gotta understand who's playing. My account is over 20 years old now. I finally got the 20-year cape right before coming on. It's like we don't have like teenage years time. We can't spend 6 o'clock in the afternoon till 4 in the morning or 7 in the morning. Like I used to play until the sun came up. I don't have that time anymore. I don't have that stamina. I didn't even drink energy drinks back then. I drunk pop, just straight pop. Ate cup ramen. Drank either Coke, Dr. Pepper, or orange Fanta. Went through a big orange soda craze, not because of Nickelodeon. It was way after the fact. I didn't like orange soda during orange soda like Keenan and Kel. I ended up just randomly having a taste for it later in life. Well, not even later in life, saying that like it was, this big period in between. It was literally a few years later. I'm like, okay. Yeah, just surviving on junk that should really have like consumed all the energy in my body, but because I was a child, it fueled me. And I could spend like 60 plus hours a week on RuneScape. It's like, why do you still want to do that this late? It's like any new player is not going to have the attention span to be able to play that long. Any old player doesn't have the stamina to play that long. I don't know if there's anything in between, but it must be them who are upset. I'm fine with the way things are. They want to make all these changes to old school RuneScape. That's one thing they should change. I swear all they kept here was the graphics, because there's like all these new armor sets and weapons, and they're doing new quests and probably new areas then too. It's like that's not why I signed up. But I'm like 2 months deep now. Surprised I've been able to do this 8 weeks straight without anything getting in the way. What is that, a Scyther? Does it look like a Pokemon right there? Can't even see what it is. That was good, I got more than half. Oh dang, he left before I could actually see what that was. Yeah, there's all these like... We don't even have... We have Hunter, but no, we don't have summoning, so it's like, why do people have all these crazy familiars? Lava Cave. Wonder if I could even get a Lava Cave. It took me so long to get it in actual RuneScape, but I think by then Jag had been nerfed enough. At least now I could zoom out enough to actually see what's going on, like what movie's gonna do. Before it was like, you're like, okay, let me try to see his like his tiptoes. Let me see what his tiptoes are doing, and then I can hopefully guess the right prayer to block. And then as soon as I get a lava cape, then they made the second version where you have to like, I think you spend a lava cape in order to try. I don't know if you have to do it every time or if it's a one-time deal, but I'm like, I'm not giving up. It took me so long to get a lava cape, I'm not gonna give it up. Just to try an even harder fight probably. I've never seen what that fight is like. I just cut it out of my mind. I'm like, that's it, lava cape stops there. I do not care about the next one. But I wonder if they have that in this game. I mean, I know they have the lava. I wonder if they have the second one. Loves a million all the way. Ooh, one more. Nice. I need to just level up enough to be able to teleport too. Like, that's gonna be a huge game changer when I have enough runes. Although rune crafting up to law runes is gonna take ages. Can I buy law runes from anywhere too? I didn't even think about that. Ugh. At some point, do I just quit doing Ironman? Batista is raw. What a... It's a diehard wrestling fan right there. I think he might be from like 2006, 2007. Like, I don't think Batista is even involved with WWE anymore. It's been a minute. Keep seeing pictures of him being like super skinny now. It's like, I don't even know how he can lose all that muscle. I mean, I know how, I just don't see how it happened so fast, it seemed. On that Nikocado avocado diet. I don't know how that guy did it either. I don't know how real any of that is. That guy was insane. And then now he's like supposedly back to being super skinny. At least that's what everything is shown. I'm always 2 steps ahead of everyone. It's like, it's so stupid. I wish I knew like what was really going on with that. It's a cool character move. I don't care for like those online personas and character, like people playing characters online. It's just so like weird to me, but like doing like this anime villain arc is pretty cool. And you were just pretending to be all like pathetic and crazy and doing these like nasty mukbang videos. And it was just a social experiment. It's like bullshit. I don't believe that for a second. I think you were really crazy. I think somehow you lost the weight. And then now you're playing it just because you knew someone told you, hey, this would be a cool idea. I'm not gonna watch any of his stuff, but I'll watch the Instagram like updates about him. I'm not watching TikTok. Too old for that. It's like that meme that's like, I don't watch TikTok. I watch TikToks a week later on Instagram like an adult. Woo. Wait, so what can I make at 28 now? Oh yeah, 33. I can make claws. Alright, when'd you stop? Alright, I need to at least get down to 200 left. I wish I even, like, I don't know what I'm gonna actually need. I don't want to do what I think would be enough and then go to smith them into plates and find out that I still need just a few more bars. What does that guy have? Drin. It's a cool looking sword. It's not canon. It's not part of the original RuneScape universe. I'm playing RuneScape GT right now. old school RuneScape GT. Oh dang, I lost a lot on this one. I basically made up for all the ones that I didn't lose and got before. Dang it. Well, I guess like that would be half, so I actually got a lot more then, so that's not bad. But keep giving me like a 60-40, 70-30. I'm gonna be able to smith through 200 bars like very quickly. It's gonna take no time at all. So I hope I end up at least with 200 by the time I'm down to 200 ores left. If all is said and done I don't have enough, then I hope with everything that I make I'm at least able to sell that for enough to buy full steel, because I don't want to do this anymore. And eventually I'm gonna have to come back to this. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do Ironman for that much longer. It wouldn't be bad if this was the only game I was playing, but if I want to do something different, or if I want to progress a little bit more each week, I don't think Ironman's gonna be the way to go, because it's gonna take so long, and so like week after week it's just gonna be just very much the same thing of just mining and smithing and just all one thing for 2 hours. And then part of me is like, but there's no rush. The whole point of this is that there's no rush. It's not like these gameplay walkthroughs and stuff that I'm trying to finish a game as soon as possible so that I can have the whole walkthrough route as soon as possible. This is something that I don't have to rush. So I don't know. I'm always at odds with myself. Pace taker. Is it supposed to be like piss taker? I don't think I've ever gotten gilded armor from a clue scroll either, as many as I've like tried to do. Not that I've done like a whole lot. I hated doing clue scrolls. Back then it was so hard. Eventually RuneHQ you can pretty much look up every step, but like before then it was like impossible. I mean, it wasn't impossible, people did it, but it was so hard. Ooh, or moose. Better heal yourself. I mean, if I do a clue scroll now, and if I'm not using RuneHQ, it's gonna take me the whole 2 hours to probably do like half of it. It'll probably send me to like members parts too that I don't remember exactly where they are or how to like navigate. You don't have to walk everywhere. I don't know if they were wearing, but I want to do Apatol now. I want to get the monkey Grease turn into a monkey. I remember how cool I thought that was, and I worked so hard to get all of them and never used them ever again. That was a good one. I'm not even gonna get to smithing today. I at least try to smelt them all. 112. I want to leave one in there for like a placeholder, so we'll stop at 201. Ooh, this is gonna be the perfect inventory. Okay, this is insane. Ah, I was gonna say, like the 1 in a billion chance. I'm gonna go play the lottery if I ever get, without using a ring, get a full perfect inventory of iron. Ugh. I'm gonna need a nap after this. No, I just need food. I have no energy. I drank my monster and that's it. That can only hold me over for so long. I'm so immune to caffeine now. It's like water at this point. Man, I can't wait to see if I was recording audio this whole time. Because according to OBS and my microphone, I am. Can't believe that I wasn't recording game sound for the first 30 minutes, but at least I caught that. I just hate how everything defaults to different things, no matter if I set things up to, like, I set the defaults up, and then every time I start it, it just goes right back to whatever it thinks should be. I deactivated, like, it would count my, because I think my webcam doubles as a microphone too, but that can't be good, especially with how far away it is. So I deactivated the microphone on that, deactivated my laptop microphone and laptop webcam. So everything should just default to the things that are able to, and it still doesn't. It just defaults to something that doesn't work in the first place, or isn't able to work in the first place. Yeah, eventually. I just need to give myself more time before I start a stream. Try to start about, I usually press start streaming about 5 minutes early, but I'm like configuring everything about 10 minutes early. I just started doing that and thought I was done, and then started trying to do that stuff on new RuneScape, or regular RuneScape, and realized, like, oh, I need to actually make sure that my stuff is ready to go. And it was, I just had my volume muted. That's probably because I think when I was doing casting of Frankstone the first night that I had to switch from my headset audio to my computer audio, because I wasn't doing a camera stream for that one. I was just doing gameplay. So yeah, it's a lot of switching back and forth. And I don't do it consistently enough to, like, remember what needs to be turned on and off and what needs to be set. But I am getting the hang of it. Especially after, like, that huge mistake last week. I'm always going to be checking my microphone now and making sure that it works. Okay, we almost made it. At least we finished with our iron mining. We finished mining at least 100 coal, which will hopefully be enough. We smelted quite a bit, but yeah, not a whole lot today. 2 more inventories. Let me just do it real quick. We can go a little bit over. I've been doing pretty good about just ending right on time, but I'm right here. I hope fantasy goes well for me tomorrow. Can't remember. I think Chiefs and Bengals are playing, which Chiefs fan, but I have Bengals players on my fantasy team, so that's gonna be a hard one. Because it's like I want them to do good, but I also want the Chiefs to win. I also want to win some bets, so I need to start looking at that, what those odds are. DraftKings just knows how to like sucker you into making a bet. They make something look safe. They're like, yeah, it's like minus 500. You're definitely gonna get this. Just put a little bit of money, get a couple dollars back. It's free money. Why not? Then the game starts going and it completely flips. It's like, oh, there's no way this dude's gonna get a touchdown. You silly. What, you thought it was a for sure thing? Nope. He's not gonna get injured to where it voids out the bet, but he's not gonna do anything either. At least I almost got the 29, so that should be good. Yeah, by the time I'm doing iron, I'm definitely gonna get at least a level. So, steel should be in the bag. Just sucks that I couldn't also stay here and smelt the steel while I was here. Yeah, almost 200. Almost 200 iron is not bad. And then I'll have exactly 100 steel, so that'll be quite a bit. Whew. What's going on? Can't remember if I reset my computer last night. I might need a reset because it's acting a little funny. It's usually what that means. I need to play more Star Wars Outlaws. And casting a Frank Stone. A few more main quests from Outlaws to put out, and I think I have another chapter casting a Frank Stone. I don't know how many are total in that game. I believe I'm on 6 or past 6. I think I'm on 6, but hopefully there's not much more. So far I'm liking it. The game is a little broken at times. There's at least a couple parts, and I just left them in my video because I think it's hilarious, where like both times it was actually after like these little collectible things that you find, getting them, and then after looking at them you like back out and then you start moving around again, but then like their neck will be all twisted all the way around, and then like their front of their body will be facing one way and their legs will be facing a different way, and I'm just trying to like spin them around to like fix them. Yeah, that happened twice. I'm like, how does this happen? How do you guys not know about this? Fix this issue. Outlaws is hilarious to me because I think it's been like a month. I don't remember when that game came out now, but You still can't play on two screen, or you can't play on a big screen if you have a connected monitor. Like, or if you have a second monitor, you can't play. Like, the game won't even run. It's not even that you can't move it over. The game just won't run. If you had a second monitor connected at all, like today I haven't tried starting Outlaws, but since I have my monitor connected for this, if I unplug it, go back to just my regular monitor and try to start Outlaws, it's not going to work. The only way for me to get Outlaws to start is to completely restart my computer, and that be like the first thing that I do. And then I can connect my second monitor, and then I can pull up Bandicam, and then I can see if it's recording or not. But it's insane that, you know, the wealth of the Star Wars franchise, you can't afford to like make that game run properly. It's just very broken. It just doesn't make any sense. I thought I had 5,000 of these for a second. Alright, so just so I remember what I'm doing, I'm gonna log out like that. Almost 10 minutes over, but it was worth it because now I won't be confused. Sometimes I don't remember exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, can't wait to see if my mic was working. Can't wait to see if anything else was broken. That was a fun one. Until next time, we'll be hopefully getting everything else in terms of steel, getting as far as we can smithing wise, and then seeing what I can buy after I've sold everything, which that'll take some time. And then I'm focused on anything but mining and smithing for a while. Yeah. Alright. Of course. Peace.